Chris here again. Welcome back. And today I want to talk about freedive watches. We sell a handful of them. There's some really good ones on the market these days. To me, it's one of the kind of things that we really should have if we're out there freedive spearfishing. With freedive watches, nowadays there's a lot of things that they can do for us. What you want from a freedive watch is a few things, but the basics are: how deep have you gone? What's your depth, and is it recording properly? And then how long you've been underwater. Most of these watches nowadays are going to log every single dive. If you're out there, the watches already kind of know at a certain depth. As soon as you hit a couple inches, it's already starting the clock. So as you're going deeper and deeper and deeper, it's measuring the depth, measuring the pressure, and measuring the time that you're underwater, and it logs every single dive. So you can flip through it. A lot of these have an interface you can connect to your computer, and at the end of the day, you can kind of go through your dives and see if you progressed, or see, I remember that dive, I was down a little bit longer. You get some crucial information from these things. Aside from these computers recording all of your dives, you can set crucial alarms. Now, a lot of folks, especially beginner divers, don't really understand why you would want to set alarms. So your depth alarm is important. If you're a brand new diver and say you're only used to going 10 or 15 feet, you can actually set the watch and say, okay, when I hit 15 feet, have it beep at me or alarm me. And as you go, you get comfortable with going a little bit deeper and deeper, you can change that setting. When I was diving a lot, I always had it around 60, and I know I'm hitting at 60 if the watch beeps at me, and it's pretty audible underwater. So kind of level out or whatever you want to do. But yeah, so it's a good notification for you. It's also crucial to have your surface interval time alarm set, and that is the time in between dives. So as a beginner diver, you really want to get into the habit of waiting after you've come up before you dive back down. You don't want to come back up and within a few seconds dive back down. That's how you get yourself in trouble. So these, I think some of them are actually preset for 2-minute surface intervals. You kind of want a minimum of 2 minutes. I used to have mine about 3 minutes just to be kind of extra safe, but have that surface interval alarm set, and it's really helpful. Another part of the safety aspect to these things can really help you out. They'll actually, some of them, the more advanced ones, you can set hydration alarms. If you've gone you can play with these, but if you've gone a certain amount of time, it'll beep at you to get a drink of water, take a time out, stop killing fish and having fun. Just hydrate. Again, keep yourself safe. So a lot of times we're out there for hours on end, right? A couple new cool features. These is some of the higher end ones will have actually training tables. There's training oxygen, training CO2 tables. There's lots of apps out there you can do, but you can actually do it on your watch. Say if pre-dive or something like that, you can kind of do some breath holds to kind of get your lungs stretched out, if you will. So I think that's a pretty cool. Again, it could be a safety thing, but good training feature. This Cressy one actually has an algorithm in it that it'll learn from your dives, and it'll recommend where to set your alarms for depths and surface interval time. So it's kind of you're not really thinking about it, but the computer's reading what you're doing and assisting you in being safer out there. So pretty cool. And don't know where these things are going to go, but I kind of see it eventually, these things helping us out even more and more and more. The cool thing about the Garmin freedive watch is that it does all these things, but it also has a GPS, like all Garmin devices. You're connected to satellites. You can, if you're out there spearfishing and you find good spots, you can actually put that waypoint and mark your spot. And come back to it another day. If you get in trouble, the GPS will mark you. You can actually, get in contact with someone and say, know exactly where you're at, your exact location, and kind of help you out that way. Again, another safety aspect of these things. They can be on the pricier side. We have some cheaper versions. You don't have to go to the $1,000 mark, but something to really think about. We don't really push sales here, but I want you to think about being safe and safer as you're out there diving. And a free dive watch computer is, to me, one of the more crucial things to the safety aspect that I think that you should look into. So I hope that helps. I know it's just a general overview. On some other videos, we'll go into the specific brands and watches that they have. But for now, just want to get you started to think about it. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave them below in the comment section. Again, I just kind of go back to we're a community, right? We're all helping each other out. If I can help out, been around a very long time, I want to give back. So just leave us your questions, and maybe we can make another video, or we'll definitely answer your questions. But until next time, aloha.